Good evening. My name is Jim Kirker, and I'm the author of Spark Journal. Well, working on the iOS and the Mac version of Spark Journal, I finally got the AI working, and I hit a wall. I began to realize that I'm too early to the game, and that the AI that's available on the Mac and on the phone, iOS telephones, just isn't powerful enough yet. I started thinking that maybe I'm 2 years too early, but now I'm starting to think, after reading some WWC 26 articles, that Apple plans to unveil some large language models, some new ones, in July. That maybe I just have to wait until July or September for these new larger LLMs to be available on iOS and Mac devices. So instead of me trying to tune Spark Journal better to the current AI that's on the phone and the Mac, I started thinking about it, and it's probably a better idea if I just make an Android version instead. I said I'd never make one because it was so hard to write the original ones for iOS and Mac. But the AI technology has radically changed in the last couple of months to where applications like Codex by OpenAI now allow me to point it at my new Android project, and for I can actually tell it to peek at my iOS project to look into that folder as well and start porting over code one piece at a time, translate it one piece at a time. In 6 days' time, I've managed to grab about maybe 20% of the program now uh, that's written in Android. So I'm writing in Kotlin, and let me show you what Kotlin is. Kotlin is by JetBrains. JetBrains is a Russian company out of St. Petersburg, I think. I actually thought they were out of Czechoslovakia. And they invented Kotlin a long time ago. And somehow they convinced Google to adopt Kotlin for native Android devices. So this will be a native build. And this is the JetBrains main page. So let's get started. Let's take a peek at this new Android build. Let me start it up right now. I haven't made the icon yet. It's complicated. But yeah, I got this part finished today. I got the home page, the current stats, scores over week, the first roll count, top strike balls, top spare balls, and top oil patterns. So yeah, it's iOS had tools that allowed me to make pretty charts and graphs uh, built into Swift, but Android, I haven't found them yet. So these are just kind of hand drawn stuff that I had AI create for me. I got the notes section working. We can add notes. I'm not going to add a note, but yeah, we could add notes. We have some notes here. Let's look at the balls first. I got the balls working. I put in this circle with edit, retire, and delete. I did that today. And here's a detail card. And I found this little notch. This is called a modal bottom sheet, and where you could like just slam down the sheet like in iOS. And I used the same concept here, where you could just slam the sheet down instead of using the close button. I got the coaching integrated, but I haven't tested it yet. I still need to do the final wiring up on it. I got the SJ chat integrated. It's not hooked up yet. I wasn't sure if this would actually work on a simulator or not. For the Apple devices, I have to actually be on physical hardware in order to test this. So I'm not sure if I could actually test it on a simulator. I got this working, restore, or I was able to take my last restore file and I was able to load all my data. I'm going to restart the Android app. Okay, looks like I got to close this. Okay, keep in mind, I've only used an Android phone once or twice. I'm a terrible Android user. Mm. Oh boy. Uh, there he goes. See, did I do the data sync yet? No, I haven't done the data sync yet. Let's go back and look at events. So I managed to get these cards made. I'm not happy with the edit delete at the bottom. I was kind of hoping for something better. I might try to implement the circle with the drop down menu. I'll check that out and see how that works. But I did get the day and night working at least. And I'm not sure if that works or if that works. No, I need to wire that up. And then I got this back button here to go back to events. So yeah, this represents 6 days work. Codex was very helpful, but I had to spend 5 hours actually fixing all the Codex mistakes that it made. I was really careful in writing my instruction prompts to port the iOS code over to Kotlin. Um, but on the relationships, uh, it thought it was doing me a favor by calling child games child game IDs. Uh, and it didn't understand that by calling it child games, I'm keeping the vocabulary fluid when I go to write data prompts. So I can go like block dot child games, and I can get all the games that belong to the that belong to blocks. So yeah, Codex did not do me a favor on that. But like I said I'd never write an Android version. I'm not too thrilled with what I've got so far. It's very difficult to write in Kotlin. I was expecting Kotlin to be a little bit more like Swift, to where things are a little bit more automated and more fluid. But yeah, I didn't really want to go back to the old days of having to import all these different things, all these different libraries. Um, it's kind of a hassle having to import every single little tiny piece one at a time. But I get it. It's I did and no Angular development in 2017 for like a year, and that was a pain in the ass, a complete pain in the ass. And I swore I'd never ever return to another Google product again. And it looks like I have. But at least this time it's not Google's language. At least this time it's a language created by JetBrains. Um, so I trust it a lot more. I know it's not going to keep changing on me. Like next week, all of a sudden, all my code's outdated because Google decided to go from Angular 1 to Angular 2. I know that's not going to happen to me. At least I'm looking at Material here, Android Material, and at least they're only on Material 3. It's not like Material 7 or Material 11. So that gives me hope. So yeah, Kotlin is supposed to be native on Android phones. It's supposed to run right on the CPU. I guess the old language was Java by Oracle. Oracle owns Java now, and Google's trying to get away from Java because of the lawsuits. Oracle keeps trying to sue Google for the some old bad stuff that occurred in the past. But yeah, you just got a sneak peek to the Android version is coming. I'll probably have a test version ready in 2 weeks that testers can test, and I'll probably finish with it in maybe a month. I still have to write the paywall. Uh, I still have to finish the onboarding. I got some of the onboarding finished. Um, yeah, there's still a lot of things to do before I could actually get this to market and put it on the Google store. So I hope you enjoyed the sneak peek, and you guys have a great day. Thanks.